There are 3 new rules for aggregating information: complete content, semantically normalized content, and digestible delivery of content. Firstly, the complete content. Users are relying on many different and many varied types of sources today. They're tweeting, they're going to LinkedIn, Facebook, they're going to their in-house CRM or BI system, they're going to the usual news and websites, and the in-house subscription databases, the premium content sources. So they're relying on many different types, many varied formats of information. And the way they're doing that is they're having multiple applications open at once, things coming in on their browser, in their BlackBerry, in their CRM system. And this is a pretty inefficient way of going about it. Users only have so much bandwidth, and they're likely to miss critical bits of information, to overlook information that's timely that they might need to do their job. So new rule number 1 in terms of complete information is to give users a single view of all this information that comes from these disparate sources. A single view that's contextually relevant, that's filtered from a text and a context point of view, and it's served up to them in one place that they can get to it. New rule number 2 is semantically normalized content. Because the data is coming from all these varied sources, it's presented in different ways. Different sources will label things differently. They'll present them differently. And it's really critical to be able to have a consistent, unified way to serve this data up to the user in that single view. If it's got many different labels and all different data elements, it's going to be confusing to the user, and they're not going to be able to really make the best use of it. So consistent view of the data, semantically normalized, that's rule number 2. Thirdly, digestible delivery of content. Today, the users need to be able to get this information delivered to them in line with how they're used to getting their information, in line with their workflow. So if they're a user that lives in a BI application every day, they need to get this information served up to them in that BI application, where they're used to getting it, where it's most efficient for them to do their job. If they're on the road, they're going to need that information served up to a CRM in the cloud or to their BlackBerry. So depending on the different needs of the user, depending on the different use cases, the delivery of this information needs to be able to get to the user, to be served up so that they can digest it in a way that's most efficient and very much in line with their daily workflow. An overall example of how to apply these 3 new rules, you'll have a knowledge worker looking into IBM, and they get a 140-character tweet that IBM stock is up. So that's an indication that something's happened. And a content aggregation application like the Muse technology, we might take that headline from the tweet, maybe follow a link in the tweet, but then go out and supplement that with data from other information sources that the user relies on to do their job every day. So critical business and news websites, analyst services that their company subscribes to, in-house information from their business intelligence system. And we'll pull all that information together, and we will actually filter it from a text and a context point of view, and we'll serve it up to the user in a single view, maybe in their BI application, or maybe something in a web browser, or even on their BlackBerry. So they're getting the information delivered exactly in the way they need it from all the sources that they need it from, and they're not missing out on anything.